Happy Monday, everybody. We got lots to talk about today on No Offense, All Offense. So smash that like. Hopefully you're wearing something very comfy. Hit that subscribe, grab a beverage, and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want. 'Cause your heart's made of gold, but don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, stand-up comedian and pop culture vulture, Joleen Lunzer here for another episode of No Offense, All Offense, where we talk about pop culture news stories, our favorite reality shows, trending news, things you love to hate, things we hate to love. Love to hate. I think that's the gist of it. Happy Monday. You guys smash that like on your way in. It's a wonderful way to support the channel. If you're not subscribed, please get subscribed. And if you want to support the channel further, you know the drill. You can send a super chat while we're live here on YouTube, or you can do it. Megan, I love Megan, the Stallion. I was going to say Stallion. The Stylist did, and become a member of YouTube, where you can enjoy some bonus content. We'll be doing a members only live this week with Steven and Jamie B, and some emojis. Otherwise, if you prefer Patreon, we do have memberships and subscriptions on the Patreon. So hello, everybody. Hopefully you liked my little Willie Nelson song with the Vanderpeeps. We have a lot to talk about today, so I want to get right into it. But hit that like, share this video if you don't mind. And you guys are all amazing, beautiful pumpkin spice babies. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Okay, so let me get into this. James Kennedy, if it isn't bad enough what he has been accused of by multiple women, what just happened with Allie and his arrest, he made matters worse when he, over the weekend, posted a picture with Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate, aka the Taint brothers. I call them the Taint brothers. Okay. And let's take a look here. Let me know if you guys can see. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can see what I'm sharing. StreamYard kind of changed a few things, so want to make sure you guys can see this. But James had to issue an apology. So I saw his apology posted to his stories. I'm like, what is he apologizing for? And it was because he posted a picture with the Taint brothers, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate. The guys who have, so many, they're well-known, loud and proud misogynists of this like culture of men who are like, you're the man, you gotta own the woman. We need hair plugs and we're angry about it. They've been accused of child stuff. They've been accused of trafficking. They've been accused of rape. They've been accused of all the bad things. Like, these guys are the freaking worst. And James Kennedy is like, sorry, I thought they were just podcasters. I'm like, dude, no more. James, you're too old. You're in your 30s, bro. There's no freaking way. Thank you, Laura and Christy, for the first super chat of the live. They say, seriously, James Kennedy, of all people to take a picture with, in my best Ken voice. Goodbye, James. Goodbye. I like that you wrote goodbye, James, because he doesn't even deserve the S at the end of his name right now. All right, let's read the story, because even Rolling Stone is talking about this. I was just going to share my screenshot, but let's see what Rolling Stone has to say about this. Rolling Stone says James Kennedy has apologized for recently sharing a photo of Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, the controversial far-right influencer brothers who are charged with rape, because we can't say the other word on YouTube, human trafficking in Romania, and are under criminal investigation in Florida. And I think there might be something going on in the UK as well. The Vanderpump Rules star, well, I don't know if we want to call him a Vanderpump Rules star anymore, took to his Instagram stories on Saturday to explain that he had shared on social media a photo with the Taints before he knew much about them. I'm sorry, everybody knows about them. The photo was taken when Kennedy had performed at the LIV Las Vegas nightclub on Friday, March 7th. The snapshot is no longer available on Kennedy's social media. Las Vegas, why are you bugging this dude? That is not a good look. He said, I regret posting a photo with the Taint brothers at an event last night, Kennedy wrote on his Instagram stories on Saturday, March 8th. I was unfamiliar with their content and allegations against them. Really? Do you not look at the news? Do you not read anything? Like, sir, how long are we going to go with this? I didn't know any better. I'm sorry. You're too old. You're too old. You're too big. And you have too many allegations against you from women to be making quote unquote mistakes like this. Like, sir, no. I only knew them as podcasters. What? What do you mean? That had posted a viral clip about Vanderpump, he continued. Huh? What? I have since educated myself and condemned their beliefs. Okay. I'm so sorry to all that I offended. Oh, Jesus. Go educate yourself. Go get sober. Go do all the things. You don't need to be DJing. You don't need to be out there. The Tate brothers were detained in Romania in 2022, you guys, and charged the following year. They were accused of allegedly forming and trafficking a trafficking group that misled and transported 7 women to Romania, where they were sexually exploited and physically abused. They also there's so much on the internet that you can find about this. It's just baffling. They also face potential extradition to the UK. Andrew and Tristan Tate, the Hair Club for Men Plug brothers, who have dual citizenship in the US and the UK, have denied the allegations. Okay, cool story, bro. Late last month, the Tate brothers were allowed to leave Europe. We remember this. We talked about it. And fly to the U.S., reportedly due to Trump's envoy Richard Grenell, who negotiated the Romanian government to lift travel restrictions on the brothers, who are outspoken Trump supporters. Trump has denied having knowledge of the circumstances under which the Taints were given permission to travel to the U.S. That's how bad, James, the Tate brothers are. Even Trump's like, it wasn't me. I associate with some losers, some boozers, some users, and some losers, but I'm not claiming this, even though we know he knew. We know he knew. The brothers then traveled to Florida, where the state's attorney general said the Taints were under criminal investigation. It's unclear what the criminal probe entails, though they are embroiled in a legal battle with an American woman who countersued them in Palm Beach County, Florida last month. Per court documents, the Jane Doe alleged that the Tate brothers attempted to involve her in a webcam sex trafficking scheme. In 2023, the Taints sued her for defamation after she provided testimony to Romanian authorities for her new countersuit. The first civil suit filed against the Taints in the U.S. claims the Taints defamed her. Meanwhile, DJ and TV personality James Kennedy, who is no stranger to controversy himself, in December, Kennedy was arrested for misdemeanor DV. Can we read the rest of this? Or is that it? I think that's it. So let me pull up the picture here. But I mean, you guys, how long are people going to go, oh, he didn't mean it? That was just an honest mistake. I'm sorry. No, do better. Be better. This is ridiculous. Like, you have to now prove, you have so many allegations against you from women that it's up to you now to prove to us that you aren't these things, or that you're changing from being these things. So for you to take a photo op and be so allegedly uneducated about these men who are whole ass terrorists to women just proves again that you don't really give a shit about women. And I just don't see any other way to look at it now, that James just doesn't care about women. And James, at the allegations against him alone with DV and, verbal abuse, things like that. And then this is what he chooses to do. It's like, James, I'm just over it. I don't need a James redemption arc. I just need James to go away. So here, shout out to Taste of Reality. Here is a shot from a screenshot of both things. They made it very easy. So James' photo he originally posted, and then also the apology. So let me just take this down and then and share this photo. So trigger warning for Hair Club for Men losers, the Tate brothers. Yeah, even DeSantis, yes, in Florida was like, we do not want them here. Like, they're that bad that people that you would think wouldn't be against them are even like, I don't want to be associated with them. So here's James Kennedy posing with the Tate brothers, the crazy hairless hair plug incels. who 100% all constantly talking about how they hate women, the abuse of women. We know that Andrew Tate himself has admitted to one of the girls that was involved in the webcam that was his girlfriend to like dating her for, I think it was like 6 years. And he said, oh yeah, we've known or been dating or something for 6 years. And she was 21 at the time. So how old does that make her, guys? How old would that have made her when they started dating? Like really gross shit. So here's the photo he posted. I don't know if he had a caption about Bitcoin or some shit. I don't even remember at this point. And then he went to his, once people were like, I'm sorry, what? The guy that's charged with DV and multiple allegations from Rachel Raquel, Kristen Doty, and then the arrest from him and Allie when the neighbor called the police on them. And Allie had admitted to police that he had, thrown her down on the ground. And then since, those charges, they decided not to go forward with those charges. And it seems like Allie wants him to move on and live his best life. I don't know if they're together. Last I heard, they were broken up. Hopefully Allie is broken up with him because she deserves so much better. So James says, I regret posting a photo with the Tate brothers at an event last night. I was unfamiliar with their content and allegations against them. I only knew them as podcasters. Yeah. And on their podcasts and on their videos, they regularly talk about how they hate women. Okay. And talk shit about women and about the abuse of women and teach other men how to harm women. So, and exploit them sexually. So okay. So he knew them from a podcasters that had posted a viral clip about Vanderpump Rules. I have since educated myself and condemned their beliefs. I'm sorry that to all that I offended. Let me hop in the chat and see what you guys are saying here, because I'm just so tired of these man babies of Bravo. We just need James Kennedy to go away. It's a problem, a huge problem. All right. Amy says DeSantis made a statement and wasn't happy. No, he wasn't happy that they were in Florida. He's like, no, because wherever these men are, they're a danger to women. So every leader, every man especially should stand up and be like, they are not welcome here. Silly Goose says, if it was Trump and the rumor was because Barron is a huge fan of them. Oh God, I hope that's not true. I hope to God that's not true. Ben says Kristen has been, but will forever and always be vindicated about James. 100%. Let's see. Ben says, damn, it got to Rolling Stone. Pop Culture Musing says they're so problematic that DeSantis is speaking out against them. Yes. Yeah, that's the quote, Mallory. Thank you. That's a Bitcoin. Graphic says, yes, same little thing he said when Rachel gave him back the ring during the reunion. Ben says, I can't stand Raquel, but imagine if her, Allie, and Kristen recorded a podcast or something where they had an educated discussion about this. Yeah. Ben says, Lala, come get your man. Vandy did the entire old Pump cast will be on campsites by the end of the year, and their money streams are going to dry up. Oh, God. No. We'll see. Shine says, honestly, maybe this Pump revamp is for the better. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm over so many of these folks. I mean, I would like to see a lot of the women continue on Bravo, but I think I'm open more than ever to an overhaul with the new cast, and hopefully they're not as problematic, but who knows? Otter says, I still don't get exactly what cryptocurrencies are. Don't worry about it. You don't have to. That they're about this. They're about the men who are, struggling, the follically challenged men having conversations about this. That's basically all you need to know about these cryptocurrencies. Allegedly. But yeah, I'm no expert on cryptocurrency at all. And shout out to anyone who is, but it ain't me, babe. So, okay. All right. Women close to menopause is not getting ratings though. What, Kath? What do you mean? Don't say that. Oh my God. Women close to menopause are not getting ratings. Housewives. Hello. The Tate brothers responded to his apology. Oh my gosh. Let me look that up. I just put the Tate brothers because I'm so used to calling them the Tate brothers. Respond to James Kennedy apology. Okay, you just imagine what they say. Oh, 2 hours ago, Reality Tea, the blogger site Reality Tea. Shout out to you guys. They posted this, and we'll take a look here. Let me just share it with you guys. Oy, oy, oy. All right, let's stop this, and we'll share. Here we go. So realitytea.com is saying, well, they're teaching us about intermittent fasting, which is so great. The Tate brothers call out Vanderpump Rules alum James Kennedy after he apologizes for controversial selfie. James Kennedy has kept a low profile since his arrest in December 2024 for alleged DV. His girlfriend at the time, Allie Luber, broke up with him. Okay, we know all about that. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Here we go. All right. The former Vanderpump Rules star focused on his DJ career. Oh, Jesus. And largely kept out of the media spotlight. But a recent association with the controversial brothers, Andrew and Tristan Tate, caused an uproar and had James doing damage control on public opinion again. James posted a selfie. We know about that. He immediately received backlash and issued an apology. But the younger of the Tate brothers is not letting the VPR alum off the hook that easily, claiming that James knew exactly what he and his brother represented. Tristan Tate of the Tate brothers called out Vanderpump Rules alum James Kennedy after selfie apology. Oh, goodness. Begged and kissed my ass for 30 minutes straight and called me a hero. He knew I could hear him go, "You're a hero, mate. You're a hero." He knew exactly who I was and what content I made. He's just a pussy who can't handle DMs from woke artards, okay? Fuck this guy, Tristan posted to Twitter in response. Of course, it's on Twitter. It's certainly contradictory to James' claims that he was not familiar with the controversial content that the Tate brothers are known for. Extreme and toxic views on gender roles and masculinity. Yes, they're the kind of guys that never show any progress on leg day, so everyone's going to suffer for it. You know, they got chicken yeggies and they need hair plugs, and it's a woman's fault. They just can't own that's who you are, bro. That's who you are. You're not going to get swole down below, and hating women isn't going to get you any more swole or make your hair grow. So he says, I regret posting a photo with the Tate brothers, blah, blah, blah. I was unfamiliar with their content. And the Tate brothers are saying, oh no. The VPR alum added, I have since educated myself. Condemned their beliefs, blah, blah, blah. Tristan and Andrew were arrested, and we know the story behind that. So Tristan Tate, the horrible man, brother to Andrew Tate, says, no, James kissed our ass for 30 minutes straight. He called me a hero. You're a hero, mate. He knew exactly who I was and what content he made. And he said he's bowed down to the wokes. The wokey wokes. Whatever, dude. People are such losers. I can't. Oh my gosh. I can just hear him saying that. Like, I know the Tate brothers aren't the greatest source to go off him, but neither is James Kennedy. And I can see him kissing their ass. I feel like James would do just about anything at this point to remain relevant and to get those DJ gigs. And he probably thinks, these guys are great. I love them. You're a hero, mate. I love the way you just talk shit on women. I love it. It's the best. I want to do that too. But these Bravo ladies pay my bills. So, okay. Yeah, go home, James. Of course he knows them, Bonnie says. DV liars are going to lie. Yeah, James Kennedy. You don't have a good... you don't have a good track record there. Yes, incredibly disturbing and dangerous losers. That I know it's Australian. I just struggle with my English accent and into Australian. I've just done so many Australian characters. Tracy says, is James just a rotted person who's beyond hope at this point? Sobriety alone won't cure this. If he's ever sober, he needs professional mental health. I don't know if he's a rotten. I'm just over him. I think if you're abusive towards women and there's this many allegations, where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm just over Bravo trying to give a redemption arc to all these problematic dudes. Like, learn how to treat women and get the fuck off my screen. I'm just not apologizing for these people, or you're not entertaining enough to keep up this kind of behavior at this point. So weirdos. Yeah, don't call them weirdos. They get really mad when you call them weirdos. Liz S says, think I need to delete James now. I was hoping for a redemption. Liz, I hate to break it to you, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening. He's following the almighty dollar. All right, let's move on to do you guys remember the Coke plate incident with James and Brittany's wedding? And everyone at the time, when they were like Jax and Brittany's wedding. Brittany, please don't date or marry James next. But remember during their wedding, and Jax was in, I think, with his groomsmen, and you could, on the table there when they filmed, there was definitely a white substance. Well, now we know, since Jax has come out about the Coke stuff, that and that he's a cokehead, that white stuff was Coke. At the time, people were like, well, is that Adderall? Is that Coke? Like, what's going on? Some people are like, it didn't exist. And it felt like this, like it was a conspiracy. Like, people were treating it like that. I never saw that. And you're like, but we did see it. Well, Sheena talked about it on her podcast. Shout out to the Vanderpump Rules Party. They have this little, let's see here, this audio from Sheena's podcast. Let me make sure I'm sharing the screen where you guys can see it. All right. Give me a thumbs up in the chat as soon as you hear the audio. But Vanderpump Rules Party, shout out to them. Go give them some love on Instagram. They said the footage of the alleged Coke plate at Jax and Brittany's wedding at the Kentucky Castle, as discussed on Sheena's podcast, shenanigans. Let's see what Sheener has to say about this.
Yes, everyone knew Jax did cocaine. That was not a secret.
Did production know?
I feel like he definitely came out of the bathroom with white stuff on his nose every here and there, but they would have never supported or anything like that. It's just like,
he says, I think audience probably saw it.
Yes. I mean, there were things that were caught. I think at their wedding, there was a plate of Coke that was just like on the table in his hotel room. There are things that
so
I saw.
That is real. That's like a meme that has gone around.
I mean,
it
was
years.
Never like production supplying it or okay with it. I think they didn't notice. That would have never made it to air. But I mean, it has to go through, editing and so many people. But I just don't think anyone was looking at the little plate on the table.
Jax, your shirt's dry. Cufflinks are already connected to it. I'm putting it right here in the front, okay? Okay.
There it is right there. There's just a line of Coke there. Is that like a credit card by there? He's going to get a little gummy action.
It makes sense.
Did anyone ever feel like, hey, this guy's like pretty bad. Maybe we shouldn't have him on the show?
I mean, we all certainly did, but, and maybe they finally did when season 9 came around and he wasn't asked back. He wants to say he quit, but like, come on. You don't just walk away from this.
So you think it might have just been...
I think they finally had enough. Yes, everyone knew Jax did cocaine. That was not a secret.
Did production know?
I feel like he definitely came out of the bathroom with white stuff on his nose every here and there, but they would have never supported or anything like that. It's just like...
He says, I think audience probably saw it.
Yes. I mean, there were things that were caught. I think at their wedding, there was a plate of Coke that was just like on the table in his hotel room. There are things that I saw.
That is real. That's like a meme that has gone around.
I mean, it was
years.
Never like production supplying it or okay with it. I think they didn't notice. That would have never made it to air. But I mean, it has to go through, editing and so many people. But I just don't think anyone was looking at the little plate on the table.
Jax, your shirt's dry. Cufflinks are already connected to it. I'm putting it right here in the front, okay? Okay. There was a time.
Oh my God. There it is.
That makes sense.
Did anyone ever feel?
Oh my goodness. Shout out to Vanderpump Rules Party for putting that together. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's so when, Jax thought it was like, you guys are never going to guess what I do. I do coke. We're like, we know. We know. We definitely know. Everybody knows this is the worst kept secret ever. And yeah, we know. Oh, good. Okay, let me pull this up so it's ready. Okay. Oh, okay. That might have to be a later thing. Bonnie says, sucks the world keeps waiting on Jax, Tom, Shep, Craig's redemption arc, but that's just basic misogyny. Yeah. It's not going to happen. Yes, Kathy Griffin did say that Andy offered it every time he was on Watch What Happens Live. So we're not dumb. We know that. Production knew. There's people at Bravo, I'm sure. Allegedly Andy might. So, welcome to Hollyweird. Mallory says production definitely knew. I mean, Sheena said he'd come out of the bathroom while shooting and have white stuff on his nose. Come on. Yes. You're going to tell me they didn't see him? I don't care if they do anything about it, but the wedding scene says a lot. They were probably so used to it that they didn't catch it. They're like, oh, that's just what Jax does. Oh, shoot. Probably shouldn't be in the episode. Laura, great point. James Kennedy is the poster child for self-sabotage. Susie Q says, so none of the doctors caught this when he went to the pre-op for his nose jobs. Well, some people think that maybe some of the nose jobs were due to maybe damage that his nose had sustained from years of cocaine use. But someone who's had a nose job, thank you very much. I feel like any good plastic surgeon or doctor would see something like that. And they probably know, I'm assuming, what it looks like from like normal deviated septum collapse valves or something like that compared to something that's maybe done harm due to substance abuse or cocaine. I'm assuming, Yeah, Bravo it's snowing over at Bravo. It is snowing. Exactly, Pamela. Maybe that's why he needed so many nose jobs. He had that problem, but I don't know. I doubt a surgeon, well, who knows? Depends on the surgeon, would operate on someone they knew is under the influence of cocaine and currently uses it. So Jay says maybe he told production that he was doing some baking. Oh, that's a great point, Jace. Baking earlier. And it was probably some powdered sugar that got on his nose. Yeah. Or flour. I know when I'm baking, it just gets all up in my nose. Mallory said Jax's buddy doctor who did his nose jobs and Brittany's boobs definitely knew. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. About that. That's that guy. Knew about the coke. How can you not? But I'm sure like in LA, there's so many of these doctors, that's what they see. But it just sucks that they would still operate knowing that. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But that seems like it could be a big, big problem. All right. Let's take a look. Oh, I want to talk about this. Okay. Lindsay Hubbard, Summer House. Lindsay was on a podcast recently. Shout out to Brands by Bravo captured this. And I want to listen to the whole episode of the podcast, but I don't know. They didn't list what the podcast is. But West Wilson from the Summer House, the one who did Sierra Dirty, he obviously, all these men, these men on Bravo, I'm so sick of them. They have all these opinions for the women, and it's just so lame. So apparently West has an opinion whether Lindsay will be able to still work on Summer House and shoot and have her job now that she's a mom, because they know so much, and we need them to tell us as women when we have children, when we can work, where we can work, what we should do while we're pregnant, what we should do after the baby, what we should do before the baby. Like, thank God for losers like West Wilson. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to function as women. So let's take a listen to what Lindsay has to say about West's opinion.
Media war with Wes Wilson. What is with these guys publicly doing things and then expecting people to not publicly respond?
You had a little moment on Instagram last week. I think West went on Jason Tartick's podcast and said that you would obviously not be returning for season 10 because what would you do with the baby? And he's not going to babysit.
Here's the problem that I have with this statement. I just became a mother and this is my job. I'm trying to be financially independent and provide for my daughter, and going around being like, there's no way, is not really helpful and is actually really hurtful. He could have also been like, oh God, I really hope so.
Or like, I can't imagine what like Summer House would look like without
anything.
Right.
Say
XYZ.
anything besides there's no way.
Trust and believe you're not trying to ask him to babysit. If you catch me during nap time, I'm going to pop off.
I am so down for a media war with Wes Wilson. What is with these guys publicly doing things and then expecting people to not publicly respond?
You had a little moment on Instagram last week. I think West went on Jason Tartick's podcast and said that you would obviously not be returning for season 10 because what would you do with the baby? And he's not going to babysit.
Here's the problem that I have with this statement. I just became a mother and this is my job. I'm trying to be financially independent and provide for my daughter, and going around being like, there's no way, is not really helpful and is actually really hurtful. He could have also been like, oh God, I really hope so.
Or like, I can't imagine what like Summer House would look like without
anything.
Right.
Say
XYZ.
anything besides there's no way.
Trust and believe you're not trying to ask him to babysit. If you catch me during nap time, I'm going to pop off.
I am.
So I had to listen to that twice, sorry, to get through because it cut off the beginning. West, men of the world, knock it off, okay? No woman who has created life with her body and pushed a baby out of her baby door needs you in all your loserdom and weird mustaches and hats that you think make you quirky and interesting and become your whole personality, need you to tell them how to live their life, where they can work, what they should be doing. To say there's no way, oh, so she can't go during the weekend to film for the show that she's been on forever? She can't do her job. Women work, Wes, even after they have babies. And there's nothing wrong with Lindsay still filming the show. You just got here, and I'm so tired of this man. Put it in the chat. Are you guys enjoying watching him on Summer House? I think he's a loser. Sierra made him interesting for a second, and then he showed his true colors, and we're like, oh, okay. Never mind. Goodbye. See you later. See you never. No, thank you. Like, you just got to the party. I'm sorry. Who are you again? Is your name West? Okay, well, you should go east because we're not interested in anything you have going on here, sir. All right, we don't need you in your wannabe quirky self, in your weird mustache that you think makes you interesting, to be given advice on anything. Thank you, Ben. This ain't the 1800s, babe. All right, we don't need this loser. I was so happy that Lindsay was like, fuck this shit. But I wish she would have went to media war with him because he would cry like a little baby. He would be pitting out his shirt or his suit or whatever the hell he's wearing worse than he was on the Summer House reunion last season. Steven says, I liked Wes last season. He can go. Yeah, you can go, little girl. A loser. Everyone's saying you can leave, Wes. Do you see this? Do you see everyone? Shine says, only thing I like is his name. Pamela says, who the hell is he? I don't watch the show. He's not interesting. He's just a loser. Steven says he could breastfeed. Oh, well, he probably would try. And I love how he's like, I'm not watching her baby. Sir, who is asking you to babysit? Okay? This isn't like a Coors Light kegger. This is a whole human being. No one is asking you to babysit. Oh, God. Oh, God. And him continuing to, like Lindsay's saying, what's wrong with these men making these bold ass statements? And then they're like, what? You have an opinion back? Oh, I didn't mean it like that. No, you meant it exactly how you said it.
This guy that I haven't spoken to in, however many months, all of a sudden is some sort of authority on who I am and how I live my life and what I think and feel. Well, that's interesting. Just like a man.
Don't with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
It looks like we have some clowns who are desperate for airtime.
Yeah. Desperado, Wes. I'm just like so bored. I'm so bored with you. There's nothing cool or interesting about you. You're like a privileged prick who, has such an opinion about these women, and I'm over it. Lindsay Hubbard is iconic, and keep her name out of your mouth. And that's her friend too. Like, she's friends with West, and he's saying this shit about her. It's like, oh my God, what a douche nozzle. All right. Speaking of douche nozzles, no, that's not a good transition. The Real Housewives of Orange County. You guys, there was a sighting of them filming. I didn't even know they're filming. I should have known they're filming, but I just wasn't thinking about it. Okay. Ever since they added Gretchen, I'm like, oh, great. Yay. 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 But a gentleman posted, and Bravo and Cocktails reposted this, that his girlfriend was in New Orleans and she was at the Palace Cafe, and the Real Housewives of Orange County walked in, and you can see them walking up the stairs. You'll see Gina, then Heather, then Tamra, then I think Heather and Shannon, and you can see Heather Bador. So Heather Bador, she's looking. Oh, are people looking at us? Oh my God, I didn't even know. I wouldn't call the paparazzi on myself. Hell to the nah. Okay. And then there is some talk as well that Gina might be on the outs for Real Housewives of Orange County. I haven't been keeping up with all the rumors about that, but I did see that there were some speculation posted by some bloggers online. So here they are. Shout out to Bravo and Cocktails walk in New Orleans during filming. You see Tamra in her little shorts, and then pulling up the rear, Heather Bador walking very slow, like, who sees us? Who's looking? And then Shannon Bador trying not to trip. Maybe she's had a couple martinis. I don't know. But are you guys excited for this new season? I'm going to watch it. But I'm just not really excited for Gretchen. But here we are. And I think that's what's her name? Not Heather. Who am I thinking? Emily is second. Walking up, and then there's Heather. And then there's Shannon Bador. Let's see what you guys are saying. Ben says, hell no, save my girl Gina. Yeah, I don't want Gina to leave. I don't know what's going on with Gina, but I saw that was it Gibson Johns posted on Twitter, I think is where I saw this. Let me double check. Something about, oh yes, here. That Gina had posted, I believe, in her stories, a selfie saying business as usual. And then here, let me share this with you guys. Shout out to Gibson. There we go. And let's pull this up. So Gina had posted this little selfie looking just snatched. Gina, I like her necklace. Her hair's looking great. Gina looking very good. And she posted business as usual. And then Gibson said business as usual in quotes amid Gina amid Tamra's exit. Jolene reading comprehension. It's fun to where the frick's Tamra going? What? I saw you guys posting in the chat before I started. I think it was Ben. Tamra leaving. What the frick? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So apparently, yeah, right. Tamra's not leaving. Tamra loves this shit. Okay, let's check this out. Oh, I'm glad that I actually reread the caption, because clearly I thought it was, oh, Gina's leaving, because I never would think that Tamra was going to leave. This is like, remember how depressed she said she was the first time when she was put on pause or fired or whatever the hell, and she tried RV life or something with Eddie? Oh my goodness. Okay, so Parade is reporting Tamra Judge seemingly quits Real Housewives of Orange County. She always quits. She always runs off and quits. I'm out. The Real Housewives of Orange County star took to her social media on Bravo, and fans are stressed. Don't be stressed. This lady is never leaving. You're going to have to pull Housewives of Orange County from her cold, dead hands. All right. Has Tamra Judge left the building again? The Real Housewives of Orange County star has seemingly quit the show, having just took to social media while filming the upcoming season of the beloved reality series. Judge posted on Instagram late Sunday night, shocking viewers. Oh, who is shocked? And longtime fans with a cryptic message. She knows what she's doing, teasing a possible exit from the series. It was a long run, Judge wrote in her post to her Instagram stories. When life gives you real problems, this reality shit doesn't make sense. Okay, but you were all fine and dandy Randy with it when you could use people and team up on Shannon Bedore. But now that they took your friend away, Alexis, now all of a sudden it's difficult. So again, Gibson Johns posted, Tamra just posted this during the Real Housewives of Orange County cast trip to New Orleans. And here's what I just read. It was a long run. When life gives you real problems, this reality shit doesn't make sense. Peace out. I'm out. Oh boy. She then added, peace out, I'm out. Yikes. The news is undoubtedly a shock to Bravo fans, as Tamra is one of the longest running housewives in the franchise's history. She joined the series back in season 3, and after leaving for season 15 and 16, returned in 2023 in season 17. As fans spotted on social media, the season 19 cast, which reportedly includes Shannon Storms Bedore, Heather Dubrow, Gina Kirchner, that's how I pronounce her name, Emily Simpson, Jennifer Pedranti, and Katie Janella, were seen filming a cast trip in New Orleans over the weekend. Gretchen Rossi, a longtime foe of Judge's, has also joined the series as a friend. So here's another spotting of the housewives in They're like, I love you. What? Marty drawing it up. All right, let's see. Is there another picture? And then you see Jen, you see Gretchen there. Oh, what is Gretchen on Traders? Why is she dressed like that? See, that would be an outfit for Traders, but don't cast Gretchen on Traders, please. Heather Bedore in her Givenchy jacket, it looks like. You see Gina there, Tamra, glasses, and Emily. Oh, and there's Katie Janella. So everybody's there. The boots. Let's see. Are there any more pictures? Is there another one? Okay, here they are filming at a restaurant. We got Gina, Heather, and looks like Katie across from them. And then the ladies in a restaurant, Heather, Gina, Gretchen, and Jen, and Katie there. Okay. Any more? Good catch, viewers, posting this. So Queens of Bravo posted this. The boots are on the ground for the Real Housewives of Orange County filming. We see Gretchen Tamra. Thanks for the pics. Evie_eats and Zygmunt Freud. Okay. Bravo rarely publicly comments on casting and has yet to make any statement regarding Tamra, while they have yet to announce the return of the Real Housewives of Orange County. If Bravo keeps the same cadence from last year, we should expect to see the ladies return this summer. Yes, that is what we saw last year. So what do you guys think? Let me pop in the comments here. I just don't see Tamra leaving, right? Elizabeth RN says, just another Tamra temper tantrum. We have it every season. Even when she's not on the show, she does temper tantrums. Right? I didn't recognize Emily at first because her hair is so dark, but I think I like it. Cubby says, I don't watch Real Housewives of Orange County anymore, but possibly Tamra is shook by what is going on with Teddi. Oh, yes. That could be too. Tamra could, she is dealing with obviously her co-host and one of her besties, Teddi Mellencamp. Shout out to Teddi, sending all the healing good vibes, brain tumor. And so she's been dealing with that. So, but she just quits every season, even when there's not anything personally going on. Mallory, you guys will never see my face again. Running. I'm leaving. I'm back. Tracy says, Tamra probably. Ryan says, isn't that breaking her contract to just randomly leave in the middle of filming? You would think, but I think that's probably written in her contract now that she's able to run off at least 1 to 2 times. And she's like, it'll be great for TV. Believe me. For the drama, it'll get people to want to watch. What is Gretchen wearing on her head? It's, I think, a headband, like on the Traders. Right? Jen's face card never declines. Jen is just gorgeous. I mean, they're all gorgeous. Someone called Tamra out and she stormed off. That's probably what happened. Gretchen's there. I'm sure Gretchen called her out. People are friends with Gretchen. She doesn't like it. Tamra doesn't like being in control and being in the majority. So any kind of pushback, she can dish it, but she can't take it. And we know that about Tamra. So Graphics says, I saw a post that said Tam was fighting with some man also. What? And then laughed. Is she just fighting with random men in New Orleans during Mardi Gras? I don't know, Cubby. I don't know the extent. I know that Teddi is having some very serious medical issues. Let me see. But I hope that's not true. Okay. Let's look it up. Oh no. Teddi Mellencamp reveals that her cancer has metastasized. The Real Housewives star has undergone melanoma treatment over the last 3 years. Last month, Teddi Mellencamp revealed a multiple brain tumor diagnosis after doctors investigated her sudden severe headaches. Now she is sharing news that her cancer, which began as melanoma, has metastasized. Ugh. Emergency brain surgery discovered additional tumors that were not removed, and scans revealed, you're right, 2 more in her lung. When able, Mellencamp has shared every step of her hospitalization and treatment on Instagram. While she recovered from brain surgery, her family and friends did the job of keeping followers posted. These are all metastases, I think is the word, of melanoma, she wrote on March 6th. So that was just 4 days ago. Metastasis is a medical term for the spread of cancer cells from their primary site, per the National Cancer Institute. The accompanying photo, here, let me share this with you guys. Oh, this is horrible news. I'm so sorry that Teddi is going through this. I did not know anything. I just knew that it was serious and she needed surgery and they found tumors, but I didn't know that it metastasized. So, let's see the accompanying photo. So pictured below. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Hopefully you can see what I'm sharing. Mellencamp wearing a small smile, her recently buzzed hairline poking out from underneath a blonde wig. The doctors are hopeful that immunotherapy will effectively treat them. The 43-year-old continued, I'm feeling positive that I will win this battle, that I got this wig. I like the short hair, just not the bald spots. And I can remember all of Angelina Jolie's kids' names. Okay, so she's keeping some humor to it. So she's talking about, updates that we talked about. And she concluded, F off cancer. As Andy Cohen would say, after her brain surgery on February 26th, Mellencamp revealed that in full transparency, more tumors were removed than expected, 4 in total. In a later selfie, she shared that her scalp staples were removed and she was ready for radiation. Mellencamp's journey with stage 2 melanoma began in March 2022 after she had a spot removed from her back. Since then, she has had 16 surgeries, holy shit, not including her latest, and over 1,000 stitches to remove additional spots. She wrote on Instagram in September, I'm grateful for doctors, nurses, family, friends, and all of you for your continual support. She wrote at the time, as long as you're here, I have a reason to keep advocating for myself and others. And on February 4th, prior to her brain tumor diagnosis, Mellencamp reflected on her cancer experience in a post that encouraged followers to get regular checks. On December 16th, she shared a hopeful update after a regular 3-month checkup, elated to announce that for the first time, she required no additional biopsies of cancerous spots. Under her latest post, friends and family and fans doubled down on their support and admiration of her resilience. Someone said, the strongest, inspiring queen. One person commented, so strong, you're going to win, sending love. Another added, looking beautiful and strong. You got this. Oh my goodness. As always, Mellencamp will likely keep us posted. So, and this was just from a day ago that this was posted yesterday. So, sending all the good healing vibes to Teddi, and hopefully, she's got this, because that is so young and she has children and a whole life to live still. So, all the good vibes. Put your hearts in the chat for Teddi Mellencamp in her recovery from this. Cancer is just fuck cancer, like she said in this article. Seriously. So, update on Teddi's health there, and then the Real Housewives of Orange County filming. New Orleans, Tamra allegedly quit. We know she really didn't quit. And so Gina posting business as usual. So I think that's Gina confirming, like, Tamra does this all the time. And we know that she does this all the time. So yeah. Right, silly goose. Ugh. Cammy. Yes. Hearts and love. Good stuff. Tracy said, my sister-in-law did immunotherapy and it worked temporarily. It gave her a few good years for sure. Well, hopefully it gives Teddi and anyone out there who's going through that many years. So sad. Let's move on to something that's it's going to cheer us up a little bit. And that is obviously Chanel Ayan with the Traders. She did an interview and people were talking about this, I think last week, and she did it with Gibson Johns again, just always, checking out Gibson Johns and the content. And Chanel was talking about Ivor and what she said to Ivor about the Royals and the Royals giving back. Oops, did I just share that? Okay. Add to stage. Hopefully you guys can see that. I do not like this new update on StreamYard with these demo scenes they have. It's so annoying. So she said Ivor invited her to his castle and she asked him to return African artifacts that were stolen by Britain. So let's watch the clip that Gibson posted on Twitter. Give me a thumbs up as soon as you guys can hear the audio on this.
Dolores, Tom. I know Ivor.
Ivor is still there.
What do you think of that?
You know, when I was there, he was very talkative.
Oh, really?
He had a fight with Dorinda. Yeah.
He had a fight. Oh, yeah, he had a fight with Dorinda. Right.
He was very, very opinionated. He invited me in his castle because he's a royal. He told me his family with Diana. So I was like, girl, can you bring all this stolen stuff that you guys stole from Africa? I was being friends with him to get my people's stuff back.
There we go. And did he agree?
Yeah, and he was very talkative. He even told me that his generation, he comes from Ethiopia, which I found that really interesting, So we were talking about that and he was really funny. And I just don't see his personality on the show like the way I was with him in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Did he... I love that you wanted him. I love that you wanted him to give back things that they had stolen. That's a good mission. That's a good mission, honestly.
A lot of it. Yeah.
Did he agree?
He actually, to be honest, he's very open-minded guy. I did say you guys stole a lot of things from Africa and he laughed, he agreed.
Well, at least Ivor agreed. And this is from Gabbing with Gib. I mean, Chanel Ayan, I love her. She's amazing. And the fact that she was like, I just made friends with him to get my people's stuff back. So give us our stuff back. And Ivor was like, yeah, we do need to do that. Oops. Oh, this thing is so annoying. All right, let's go back to there. Okay. Ivor has a cap. He's got connections, as the first gay royal or the out gay royal. I don't know what Gibson John is. He's a podcaster, reality TV journalist, I think, but I follow him on the socials and he's always got updates and stuff. So it looks like I never really looked at what he was, but Gibson Johns, you can follow him at Gibbs at Gibson Oma, at Gibson Oma. Probably live tweeting Real Housewives, host of Gabbing with Gib podcast. He writes for about reality TV and such and pop culture for Esquire, Decider, Men's Health Mag, and more. Yeah. So, and he's got a shit ton of followers. I just been following him forever. I don't even remember how I found out about him, but he's always got good stuff. So I like to follow these people. Rusty says, oh, you didn't get audio on it? Okay. Hopefully I'm not paused up. I think some of my stuff is freezing up with this new update on StreamYard. Oh, you're welcome. Ben says, I don't know what Gibson John is. I was like, I know he's like a guy that posts some good stuff and he's always like in the know of stuff. He's always interviewing people. So I like those kind of people. All right, you guys, this StreamYard is kind of acting up. I want to come back later this afternoon because I do want to do just a full breakdown, roast and recap of the latest When Reality Hits podcast. So Brittany, soon to be ex-wife of Jax Taylor, Brittany Cartwright, announced that their podcast that they had together, When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany, now has become hers. So he must have been like, okay, he really must have effed up in that car, because he came out about the Cocaña, and he gave Brittany the podcast. And we know Jax was loving that podcast, and he was doing regular like Andrew Tate like segments on like, women, here's what you should do, and here's some red flags, but like from the, I think it was like from the mind of a man. He was trying to, Brittany would do episodes like one week, and then he would do episodes the other week, and it was like from the mind of a man. It's like, you're not a man. You're not a man, not quite a boy. All you need is to leave. Another one that needs to leave the TV, but we're going to see him in the upcoming season of The Valley, season 2. But Brittany said she's taking over the podcast, and her recent episode is with Kristen Doty, and they respond to the Jax Taylor Hot Mic podcast. Now, I've only listened to clips on social media. I haven't listened to this whole thing, so we're going to play it later this afternoon. I'm going to come back in a couple hours, and we'll just focus on that because this needs a lot of time, and I got to restart the stream there and see if it gets any better because I'm getting a lag on my end, so I hope you guys aren't getting a lag, but I'm going to check it out. So we'll talk about this and see what Brittany has to say about this whole Jax interview and situation that she has. So yes. Oh, good. You guys said sounds good. All right. So smash that like on your way out. Shout out to my super chatters and new members, Megan the stylist. Enjoy the content, the bonus content, and the emojis. And Laura and Christy Buffenmeyer, of course, always two of my faves. Coming in with a super chat. You guys leave a comment after the video post. I don't get to see all of your comments in the live chat, so I love when you guys post after the fact so that I can see them. And definitely subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I'll be back very shortly, and we'll do a full roast and recap of the When Reality Hits. Brittany and Kristen respond to the Hot Mic podcast with Jax Taylor and Alex Baskin-Robbins. All right. So you guys are all beautiful pumpkin spice babies. If you're not already, follow me on social media at Joleen Lunzer on the TikTok and the Instagram. And always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.